You can see the wrap is all done. So satin blue chrome, pearl white metallic, and then a metallic black pinstripe to separate. Here's what the bike looked like at the end of the first episode, where I revived it and spit shined it. Click the link at the top of the screen if you want to watch those and catch up before you finish this episode. There'll be a link at the top right corner. Okay, well, I can't find my earmuffs to trim this guy down a little bit, so I'll show you what I got going on here. So this is how the blinkers are mounting revision C. So the holes that I drilled that I showed you earlier, where I tack welded this bracket back in there, now what I've done is, you could see the little wing on there in the other video. It didn't let the fender sit on there quite right, so what I've done now is I have these little sleeves I got at the hardware store. So I drilled the holes out big enough so that these will slip in there, which I believe was 9/16. And then I've tack welded them. And this one needs trimmed down a little bit, because when I go to put the blinker in there, this is the one with the long stud, the nut won't quite reach. So a little trim will do her on that one. Now on the other side, it's very short, so that ain't gonna work. So what I did on that side was I made a nifty little piece, which I have now lost. Of course, it's somewhere in the mess here. You in here, little buddy? What are you? Boy, I got all kinds of these little sleeves. But where's the one that I need, though? Alright, I'll bring you back when I find it. Okay, it probably still needs a little finagling, but this ugly little booger is a steel transmission fitting, and I ground down and cut off the nut from the other side, which used to look like this. So the way this works is the threads need to kind of reach inside of there. This is the wrong side, but it needs to slide inside of there like so. Okay, and then that way there's support on the outside, and the piece that I welded on there is basically to have the hex so that I can tighten this down. But I'm pretty sure that I made this fit the wrong side, because this is how you want the screw facing down. So this one is for this side, and that does not want to fit in there, but it wants to fit in there. So what we're going to do about that? Well, it was a neat idea anyway, I guess, huh? So that would work for that side, other than it's too long. So that's pretty neat. Alright, let's cut this side and get that side together and figure out how to un-F this situation. Okay, late night in the shop, so it is pitch black outside. I wanted to finish this off with some video of me riding this thing all completed. But the weather here has been terrible, and got somebody coming to look at this tomorrow who's probably going to get it, so I am not going to have a chance. There is feet and feet of snow outside. So, and yes, I'm tough. I ride in the winter still, but I don't want to dump this thing in the snow and ice trying to take it for a ride. So there's my little cat eye taillights that I don't remember if I filmed at all. And this is version 2 or 3 license plate bracket. Okay, I'm way prouder of this. I'm way prouder of this than I probably should be, and it took forever, but I had a vision. I mean, Who hasn't spent all day making a license plate bracket, right? So I got to do a little more final grinding on it and paint it, but I'm pretty proud of this thing. So here's my little stopper. So when you're riding down the road and the wind blows it all the way out, it stops right there, and it'll only go that far closed. And it's going to basically bolt right there and ride there. And then, so this is hard to do with one hand, but when you park the bike up, you can flip it in like that. So also redid the taillight mounting again. It's all going to be hidden. And I also redid the blinker mounting. So pretty proud of that. You know why? Because this little articulating license plate mount is, or was, this. Yep. See the rivet and the other piece there? It was a bed frame. And now it's a folding license plate mount with a built-in stopper. I simply did what, was it Donatello or one of the Ninja Turtles that was actually a sculptor said, to make a sculpture, you take a stone and chisel away everything that's not a beautiful woman, or something like that. So anyway, I took a piece of bed frame, cut and ground everything away that wasn't an articulating license plate bracket, and there you go. There you go. So it just barely clears the bumper, and I call it a switchblade license plate, and that's because put the cover on, put it up in the garage or whatever, flip her in like that, but it's free enough that if you forget to flip it out and you go riding down the road, you go over about 15 miles an hour, it'll just whoop all on its own. Yeah, that license plate's been through a lot of holders. It's kind of mangled. Anyway, there you go. Try my best to pull it out in the driveway in the morning, fire it up, and at least do a walk around, but no promises, because I forget a lot of stuff. If so, this is very likely goodbye to the '05 Suzuki.